All right. I promised you guys a story, and I'm gonna start out season ticket holder with a story, and I love this
Yes.
story. So every time I go to the game, I went to the preseason game, and I had a lot of fun. Corey texted me on the way to the game to alert me. I'm on my way down to Levi Stadium, and I find out the big news that Trey Lance had been traded to the
Mm.
Cowboys. And so I'm Ubering down there with my wife, and I'm like, be prepared for some interesting. Usually preseason pretty chill. I'm like, be prepared for some people that might be a little agitated by this news or whatever. End up being fine. In fact, we had a really good time. For preseason's low key. We walked around the stadium. We had really good food. We hung out with people. It was just fun. We had a good time. I always try to get Corey a game day giveaway if I go. Right? It's like a gentleman's agreement. So if I go to the game and I get a game day giveaway, I try to pick one for
Which
Corey.
I always appreciate.
So this year it was the magnetic calendar for the season or whatever,
Oh,
and I'm
you
pretty
didn't.
I did, but wait. So I got Corey the schedule. I did. Just so you know, I'm not lying.
Oh my gosh. Bless you.
I'm only showing you that part because
Oh.
there's more to the story.
Mhm.
I got him one to put on his refrigerator. After the game, I had him and I put him in this little folder. And I had him like whatever, and I for some reason I took him with me to this thing, and I'm not kidding you. I show it to this guy, and he scribbles on it.
What? What?
I I'm
Wait,
not I'm
what kind
not
of scribble?
Sean. Sean. I go and I show it to this guy,
Stop it.
and he scribbles on it.
Hold on a second. He
Dude,
scribbles on it
can you,
with like pulls out a Sharpie or something and scribbles on it.
can you see? Am I sharing my screen?
You
Yeah.
sure are. You look magnificent, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Very
look like
nice.
look over my right shoulder.
Uh-huh.
Go back a few.
Oh, hello.
Sean got it.
I'm missing it.
I hand it to this guy, Corey, and he
Wait,
scribbles on it.
wait a second. Who is that?
That's Mr. Stephen Young.
Is that the BYU legend himself?
That is.
No way.
Yes way, buddy.
Oh, that is. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
No, I would
Are
not
you
lie to you.
serious? The goat scribbled on my. No, I
I mean,
can't.
it's his name. He scribbled his name on it. He was kind enough to do that. By the way, shout out to Alan Anderson, childhood friend of ours. He took me to. He shot me a text a few months ago and said, "Hey, I'm going to this." Steve Young spoke at the LDS Temple in Oakland, and he said, "I'm going to this thing, and I'm going to stop sharing. Do you want to go with me?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll go with you, whatever." And we waited to make sure that autographs go. By the way, he gave a great, like he gave this really, 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 really good speech, whatever.
Mhm.
That's a guy. I tell you what, he's not a hypocrite. That's a guy who lives his faith. Okay, like it was good.
Yeah.
Said some
Mhm.
really good things about parenting and whatever. It was awesome. He did a great
Yeah.
job. Afterwards, he stuck around and he was cool with people asking for autographs and talking. And he could not have been nicer than he was. Like,
Oh.
Very cool.
could have ducked out. He had many opportunities to sneak out the back door, and he stayed and he signed probably like 100 things
Wow.
for people and whatever. By the way, as big as you guys get in life, you're never going to be Steve Young, LDS Temple in the Bay Area big. You'll never be that big because
Yeah.
man, he was he was a pretty big deal that night.
Oh my
And yeah,
gosh.
he was really cool, Corey. He was a really nice guy. He was signing. By the way, he signed mine too.
Ugh. That's unreal, man. That is.
So how's Corey starting his season?
Oh my.
Corey's starting his season with the game day giveaway signed by Steve Young.
Man, that's That's unbelievable. That's my favorite player of all time. You know,
Yep.
growing up, man, that's kind of a little emotional. That's amazing. Wow. Thank you, Chris.
man.
That's